All right, welcome to anyone tuning in. We're back. It's djfallingupg, joined again by my best friend Strangledangles with not Green, White, Death, and Taxes. We've been running that for a few leagues now together, but Paul is working on a list for a tournament in a couple weeks. What is that, the Star City Columbus? Is it Star City or is it something else?
Yep.
Star City Columbus?
Star City
Okay.
Columbus, yep.
And he has this brew that's a red-white Boros Collector's Cage deck. We've both played it a little bit before, but him much more than me. And it's kind of, I would say the core is, and feel free to jump in and highlight what you want to highlight, but the core is essentially Collector's Cage, Fable, and Amaria's Call, and then kind of an aggro slanted, mid-range slanted deck, like built around kind of, I would say like the power level of Fable, is one aspect, and then it synergizes, makes multiple bodies with Collector's Cage, and it's just good in general. And then the Amaria's Call are kind of like the card that this is able to cheat in with an Overlord thrown in for good measure now as well. But then most of the core is like pretty fair, just aggro-y stuff in red-white. Kumano faces Kazakhstan, and Thraben Inspector adds some bodies for the cage to put counters on and to give the multiple, toughnesses or powers, whatever Collector's Cage checks for.
Yeah, it cares about power.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, have some powerful 2-drops that all kind of synergize with +1/+1 counters. You were previously on, so I'll call out. Paul said we should play this deck on the stream here to help prep for the tournament, and I didn't have any other ideas for the week, wanted to change it up a bit, so but he gave me permission to put my own stamp on it at his own peril, which I have tweaked some numbers and put in some pet cards that I wanted to try with like a very minimal amount of thinking about it. So that's what I've done. Paul's typically been playing 4 Dusk Legion Duelist and 4 Inti. I trimmed 3 of those 2-drops total to add 3 Fear of Missing Out, which just feels like it kind of fits in a aggro mid-rangey strategy like this. Has a little, sub-combo with the backside of Fable and just seems strong on its own. And if you have something with a lot of 1/1 counters, like it can do the Delirium double combat step, and this deck happens to play like sorceries, planeswalkers, artifacts, enchantments, creatures, instants, like lands. Like this deck is I think kind of just like a generic, like it might get Delirium without ever trying kind of deck. We'll see if that proves true. But I think like Fable plus Fear of Missing Out plus Inti all facilitate that. With the other, just like, you might loot away an Amaria's Call, you might loot away a, Fable, or you might loot away in a Collector's Cage if it's your second or third, etc. So that's my thinking here. And then I've just like tweaked some numbers around the edges to add in some cards. Like you had 4 Torch, I trimmed 1, put in 1 more creature as a 1-drop, 1 Selfless Savior as just a card that I like playing in the Taxes deck, and I feel like it protects some of the really potent 2-drops in here. And I added one of this, which just when I was looking at Boros colored cards, it just seemed like it kind of fit what the deck was doing and seemed really strong as like a random one of. I don't know if you've ever looked at Animpekal, but it's kind of like the Boros slightly different version of Adeline, where the creature body itself is less strong, but it like can kind of snowball faster. Like if you play it and have a way to put like a couple counters on it right away, like with a cage or with a Inti or both, or with Kumano, like it can immediately create like 4 1/1s that attack. I just kind of feel like it synergizes with what the deck is doing. Probably the one that I'm most excited about, and then I'll hear if you have any feedback on any of this, and if you think we should, strongly disagree with any of this.
I was waiting for you to get to the Nahiri, because
the Nahiri,
like, what the hell is that doing?
It just seems like a sweet one of in this deck. I basically trimmed an Overload for it. Like, I know, so we texted a little bit beforehand, and you said the decks that you most wanted to target were, like, decks playing that, the demon enchantment thing that's new. I don't even know its name.
Unholy Annex.
Yeah, Unholy Annex, thank you. As well as Phoenix, and what was the third one you said? Oh, and Aggro. I feel like Nahiri, probably a little not exciting against aggro, but still sort of has a Wandering Emperor impression with the removal of exiling a tapped creature, albeit at sorcery speed instead of instant. But it gets rid of enchantments, which is good against Annex. And I feel like just it pluses twice and then acts as like another way to cheat out an Overlord. Like I feel like obviously if you draw the Overlord, it doesn't do that. There's only one of it, but it's got sort of just like a generically good, like if it's any semblance of a mid-rangey game, you can just plus it a couple times, dig for good stuff, and then maybe like searching up the Overlord with haste is quite nutty, and then returning it to your hand, like pretty good.
Yeah, I like it in theory. I mean, and you got the discard synergy with Inti, and now that you've added Fear of Missing Out, just a little extra synergy there. Yeah.
it might be, I basically have added a few one-ofs that like maybe are all greedy in their own way or not effective, and only one way to find out by testing them, but they all feel like high upside and like the floor isn't that low. Like they feel like high ceiling and not like crazy low floor kind of cards to me. Oh yeah, and also like this exiles phoenixes obviously after you take a hit or whatever, but it just seems like right now the exile based removal like part of this, it gets rid of enchantments too, which is good against Phoenix as well. I forgot to call that out. It's like getting rid of enchantments seems really good right now, and I just like that this card kind of incidentally does that. Also, like hits creatures that have attacked you. Also, if you don't have one of those modes to use productively, just ticks up in a couple turns, then gets you a hasty overlord.
Yeah, the fact that it gives it haste too is really nice. Yeah, if you get to do the ultimate, that's gonna be probably game winning. So yeah, I like it.
So those are the tweaks. We'll see. I know you've been on like 4 Dusk Legion Zealots, and you've been on 4 Inties, and I've obviously trimmed those numbers. So like maybe I'm trimming a bit of the core that makes the deck good, but I sort of felt like there was some leeway there with like adding another 2-drop and whatnot. And then as far as the sideboard goes, I kind of stayed relatively true to what you had as well, but I think I just basically chose one pet card that I most felt like could help some of the matchups that we weren't targeting with the main deck stuff. Like I just feel like Hushbringer's like if we happen to play Green-White Company, best card basically right there.
True.
Is there too much ETB? True. I mean, there's pretty much just FOMO, which doesn't even really matter a ton, and then there's Thraben Inspector and Skyclave. So yeah, there's not too much ETB in the deck. I don't think. Like I don't think this costs that much.
I've played Hushbringer in this deck in the past. I've moved away from it with the decline of Mono Green and Green White Angels, because those were two matchups
amazing.
Extremely good in. But it is very good against the Green-White Company deck, you're right, which is very prevalent. So I can totally see that. I'm very interested to see how Fear of Missing Out plays in this deck. I haven't, for some reason, I haven't thought of playing that in this deck before, but it seems like it could make a lot of sense.
I've been really attached
to Dusk Legion Duelist. That's kind of a pet card of mine. And it just works with all the 1/1 counter stuff going on. The Kumano into Dusk Legion Duelist is like just the gives me the most good brain chemicals out of anything ever in Magic. But Fear of Missing Out seems really good, and I could totally see it being strong in this deck, and it's clearly proven itself as a generically strong card, so I'm interested to see how it plays out.
Cool. Well, I'll give you permission to veto any choice. Otherwise, I'll...
Oh, no. I'd say the choice I'm most skeptical about, to be honest, is the Selfless Savior.
Okay, one of Selfless Savior.
But let's do it. Let's do it and see how it goes.
Really good to me. I don't know. The 2-drops all seem like so powerful.
But like, is the Selfless Savior better than just like another giant killer? I don't know.
Yeah, I did trim down only one giant killer. I'm not sure either. I mean, I love me a giant killer, but I just.
But I will say, like,
that you want to run out on one. I don't know.
Those hands where you're playing against a black mid-range deck and they just have the Fatal Push and you get to go Savior into Inti and block their Fatal Push. That's pretty nice. Yep. So, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see.
I feel like with the Selfless Savior and the green-white deck, I feel like it's really nice at protecting the 3-drops, but this deck it almost seems better in because the 2-drops are so potent.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I also added one Mutavault. I don't know. I felt like I was definitely winging it a little bit on the mana base.
Okay, I could see the Mutavault.
But I feel like and maybe it just means you want like 21 lands with the 4 Emeria's Call instead of adding it as like the 20th land with the Emeria's Call. It just seems really good with Collector's Cage.
I mean, the mana is very clean with this deck, so I'm not opposed to adding a Mutavault. I could totally see that. I was playing 2 Sokenzan.
I saw that, and I just trimmed to 1 and like basically put Mutavault in instead of that. I think otherwise I'm like really close to what your mana is.
I could almost see Mutavault just being better than Sokenzan in that regard. Yeah.
So this feels tricky to me. It's like definitely not great, but it's like a 2-drop off the top away from being.
Yeah, this hand's not amazing, but I feel like you gotta keep it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like what I was leaning towards. It's definitely not what you draw up, but
yeah, like
it's good enough.
Kumano with no 2-drop, obviously worse, but it's still not that bad. Kumano is just a very good 1-drop in my experience. Like, Because even just the simple fact of, oh, they're holding up Fatal Push right now, they can't use it.
Yeah.
You know,
Kamado is one of the cards with the biggest disparity in terms of how it read when I like first read it to like how it play. I read it and was like, seems insanely mopey.
Right.
All right, well, definitely drawing. So I think I'll just play this as a land.
Yep, that looks good. Yeah, looks like we're against some sort of black-red. This could be Cauldron. This could be just black-red midrange with Annex. I've seen Annex decks play Fear of Missing Out, so we'll see. Oh, there's Michael in the chat. Dub Bear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Dude, I've had Dub Bear in my MTGO friends list forever. It's still there. You're always offline, as expected. But
Alright, so obviously it's a jam Fable. And hope that... So the question, do I attack?
I would attack.
You would, okay.
I think so. I think that trade's fine.
I'll trust you. Well, yeah, I think the trade is definitely fine. Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't expect them to take the trade.
I didn't think they would either, but I think that's fine, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't feel the greatest, maybe, but with our hand, I think it's fine.
Okay, well, they apparently were pretty flooded, which I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, still unclear if this is Annex or if it's the Cauldron deck.
Mine's pretty Thoughtseize proof. I basically have 3 good fair deck cards.
Right.
And if this game's not going anywhere fast, it feels like they almost have to take the Overlord, which feels really good because the other 2 cards are like really high impact.
Yeah, I feel like they take the Overlord here.
Why is Bug Red sad? Aaron, why are you sad? Why is everyone sad?
I think Aaron was just playing Mimic there.
Yeah.
Classic Aaron humor.
Yep.
Yeah, Overlord has been interesting.
I've seen Nahiri take over. All right, we might not. Yeah, I was gonna say Nahiri.
They took the Nahiri.
I mean, it answers both of these. It's pretty strong. And now they have Harvester plus.
Yeah, but just like 4 mana,
Fable, which is a little tough.
Like this Lingering Souls seems pretty good right now. Like better Lingering Souls, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly scared of not having an answer for Harvester plus Flip Fable.
That's true. That is true.
There's one though, and I think
that's an answer.
Good enough. I mean, I almost don't want to get rid of any cards. The only one I would get rid of is Arcanjo.
I would ditch the Den.
I mean,
you don't think?
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I mean, because so Iganjo gives you the untapped land.
But I can just attack with Goblin.
What are we playing this turn?
I think we just jam Overlord.
That's what I was thinking too.
But I can just.
So I mean, if it were me, I would discard the Den. You can even make a treasure. You can attack. They're not going to trade their Blood Tithe for
No, they won't. Yeah.
Token.
Agreed. Okay.
I would at least discard the Den.
I'll discard just Den.
I think that's good. I would. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. See, if I can keep Iganjo, I want to. So I think I'll.
Yeah, now it's probably worth shocking.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so they do have a removal for Goblin Shaman, so I guess now I am glad about this.
It's funny, I still don't know if they're on the Cauldron deck or the... Yeah. All of these cards could be Cauldron or could be Annex.
Yep.
Yeah, 4 mana, make 2 2/1 flyers has been better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty good here. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I will say, when we were texting about this deck, I was saying, okay, there's another Fable. Well, that's pretty good. Turns out having 2 Fables is good. But yeah, when we were texting about this deck, I was saying,
make this trade. Is that really dumb?
I mean, you lose both the flyers.
But like, this is my big game.
It might be worth it.
I'm at 14. I mean,
they have 0 cards.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so if you make this trade, what's the play?
Like, I'm not attacking with these.
That's
way
true.
more power on board than me.
So if you make this trade, what are we doing?
I just Skyclave the reflection, I think, and have my own reflection. And it's like you have to draw something now to answer me just getting rid of all your stuff.
So we make this trade. We Skyclave their reflection. They attack us for 5, maybe 7 with.
I can block with Mutavault.
True. Okay. Yeah. Trade. Do it. I like it.
Like I think we win. The longer this game goes, the more likely we are to win. I think so. I just really don't.
I agree.
Want to get.
Oh yeah, and we have our own reflection block too.
Which I'm not gonna throw that one away.
Well, no.
Because I can just start. I'm very close to being able to copy the Overlord.
Yeah, if you ever get to copy an Overlord, there's not really any coming back from that. But yeah, I'm actually fresh off of 4-1 with this deck.
Nice, okay.
Today. Yeah, my last few leagues before that were much more middling, but got a 4-1 today, so that was cool.
Yeah, nice.
It's nice because the Collector's Cage is like, it's not an all-in cage deck. It's not just, oh, did you get the nut draw with the cage? Cool, you win. Otherwise, you don't. Mm-hmm. It's just a mid-range deck that also plays cage.
Yeah. I think I'm just protecting my life total here and trying to... Okay, yeah, I don't care about that at all. Yeah. This is like one of the things I've cared the least about ever in my entire life.
So now you've got Fable Skyclave up, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm kind of tempted to just... I guess they could draw removal and be able to get me. Like, I'm almost tempted to just sorcery speed, like, eat the Harvester. Well, I guess they have the Blade of Oni attached to it, and I mean, I would give them a 2/2, and they'd have the Blade of Oni out. So I guess I think it's probably worth waiting.
Yeah, it's close. I think I would wait.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait. Because if they have removal for Skyclave and they, like, quote-unquote blow me out that way when I try to copy, I still get to untap and, like, remove the last counter from Overlord.
Right, and then you have Reflection Overlord. Okay, they have Fear of Missing.
It's a pretty good top deck.
Definitely is.
So now if I just eat this, they can't equip this unless they draw untapped land, which would be good for me. I kind of think I might do it now. I lose you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yep, I can hear you. Sorry.
I'm sharing my screen again. So I feel like I might eat this now.
I think eating it now makes sense.
It's hard for me to feel like I want to get rid of it. It's hard for me to feel like this is going to punish me too much, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Wow, that was it. They had enough.
There we go.
They had enough.
So I actually don't really feel like the sideboard offers too much here. Lightning Helix does kill pretty much all their good stuff. Feels maybe good enough. Like it gets rid of...
It's tough. Like, we still don't actually know if they're on...
Yeah, I know.
Unholy Annex or on Cauldron, right?
Seems really unlikely for them to be on Cauldron. And they
I feel like they're the... I think they're the Unholy Annex deck, but if they are, you probably won't get lost. Because if they're playing, you know... We may have just not seen it, and they're playing 4 Unholy Annex, 4 Archfiend, in which case you want Get Lost.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But, yeah, Helix...
Like Torch.
Helix seems pretty good. Yeah,
like, I think
probably...
leave Giant Killer, leave like all the 1s and pretty much all the 2s. This is kind of a matchup where I could shave like a collector's cage.
This is definitely a matchup where I would shave probably 2 cages.
2K, yeah.
And maybe a torch.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Torch seems like, I mean, I don't mind like 1 torch because it does trade with a lot of stuff, but I think Helix is just a little better, helps race and gets rid of the 3 toughness guys more consistently.
Right.
And I think that
with their fear of missing out and their Blood Tithe Harvester and their Fable, yeah. Basically, question who has a better top end. Michael says, yeah. I mean, I think in general we have a better top end, unless they specifically go. Michael,
like
you might not be
Annex.
familiar, but they have Unholy Annex, which is basically a Phyrexian arena, but it drains the opponent if they control a demon. So sometimes they'll go turn 3 Phyrexian arena, turn 4 play a demon, and now it drains you while they draw cards. So that's their like big top end. But they didn't have it that game, so it was great.
Be really nice if I could see any 2-drops. Ugh, okay. Kept another Kumanu and no 2-dropping.
Yeah, classic, right?
Alright, well this is looking pretty mopey.
Little mopey, but I mean, you still have Skyclave, Emperor, you still got good stuff.
Yeah, definitely not like feeling defeated, but if they just go Fable now, it's like the, ugh, I'm really in the hole feeling, yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty rough.
Freaking brutal.
So the question is,
just attack.
What do we Skyclave here?
I think the Harvester.
I think that's right. It's like somewhat tempting to Skyclave the Fable, but they have 4 cards in hand. It's pretty likely of removal. Them getting a 3/3 back is pretty rough.
Yeah,
and the Harvester has to be dealt with at some point, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great, especially with how slow this hand is. This is definitely not the kind of hand you want on the, like if I had a good 2-drop there, it's just so different. Wow, they ditched a Fatal Push. That's nuts.
Ooh,
their hand ditch a Fatal Push?
That means their hand's really good.
They just have like 3 Fatal Pushes or something. And go, what did they, what?
And ditched a Go for the Throat? What?
Okay, I'm very confused.
They said yours worse. I don't need removal. Yours is worse.
They just have another, I mean, I guess they're just going aggro. Attack for 2.
Okay.
Probably just Wandering Emperor this turn, untapping Fable.
Yeah, I think it's better to just hold up the Emperor here. Fable doesn't give us much defense, so...
Yeah, there could definitely be an argument for playing the Fable there and just trying to get closer to having my own reflection, because now I'm going to have to fight through theirs. Maybe that was actually right, because...
Croxa. Okay. This is a very different build. They might not be on Annex. This might just be a straight up
dude, you gotta love the Mutavault plus Croxa plan.
Right.
Just always feels so real.
Might just be a straight up black-red midrange deck with no synergies.
I'm just going for the ultimate greed play because I feel like
I like it.
Out of reach. It's like I need this to work to win this game. I think. As simple as that.
Doesn't work. They threw away all their removal spells, right?
Like it just seems like they're planning to play the Croxa right now.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Yeah, that's game.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I'd take a draw step for sure.
Yeah, I mean I will, but that's
I mean, you can still just.
It's called just being on the play and me having a terrible.
You can still just make a token and play Fable.
Well, yeah, I meant to click concede. I don't know. I'm not playing.
Okay.
They're Croxing me, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not playing through that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
yeah, it seems like they might not be on any kind
of.
They're
not an Annex. I don't really want Get Lost. I don't want to give them maps for like.
Yeah.
Like nothing would have felt. I'd rather just have Cage.
I agree.
Also, it'd be helpful to just draw any non-lands. Like that game was like, oh, are there creatures in my deck?
Yeah.
No,
right.
they're not,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yep.
I don't think they really know what they're up against, to be honest. They've seen none. I've drawn 0 2-drops this entire match.
Yeah, right? What's up with that? Where's the 2-drops?
Only my Kumanus and Fables and Skyclaves. Those are the only draws. Oh my gosh, these hands are terrible.
Jeez, I would mulligan this.
These hands are so freaking bad, dude. Oh my lord.
Okay. Oh, this is great. This is great. I would put back... Ooh.
Emperor.
What do you put back? Probably Emperor, yeah. We need Todd Bertuzzi's. Yes, I agree. We got Todd Bertuzzi's this time.
I mean,
we got
a Thoughtseize my land. This is the game they have turn 1 Thoughtseize. Oh, no? Okay.
Beautiful. So we get my favorite opening in Magic right now. Kumano into Dusk Legion Duelist. Dusk Legion Duelist enters with a counter, draws a card. Oh, so good.
Pretty nice, pretty nice.
So good.
Okay, so I'm just getting the draw immediately because that feels
Yeah,
like
I like just slamming Cage.
I need the cards. Yeah.
Yep.
Maria's Call or Overlord. Probably Overlord, right?
Probably Overlord, yeah. In this matchup. Nice that you had your pick of the litter there.
Turn off auto yields. Why do I keep clicking that? Okay.
Yeah, don't yield through. Block the duelist, opponent. Do it. It'll be fine.
Don't do that. Then I'll feel bad for you. I'm really okay with any trade here. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so this is a lot of what
this is good.
Inspired the deck here.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say they need to remove right away, and I still get to just follow it up with another duelist. Which is
so they
really
killed our creature that already drew us 2 cards. Love it. Oh, and look, we'll just play another one that'll also immediately draw us a card. Love it.
Okay, feeling pretty strong here. I have a really good set of cards in my hand as well. Enchantment and Creature, and I can loot away this den.
Yeah, we're pretty close to Delirium.
I mean, Fatal Push is very good here, but at least I have fought through some stuff. Okay, there's the Annex. They
are on Annex. Wow.
They're just animating Mutavault. Okay, so they drained me for 2. That's pretty good here, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
Probably start with Fear of Missing Out.
I agree.
See what I hit. Loot away the den. Probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's pretty good. Ooh,
that's
that
not
makes
bad.
me. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I feel like I would now start with put a counter on Duelist, draw a card.
But I can play Inspector, put a counter on Duelist, and flip.
Oh yeah, you can do that first. Yeah.
The question is, do I do that on their turn? But no, then it's risky.
I would just slam the Overlord right now.
Just be like,
yep.
Answer it.
Absolutely. Because you get the flyers too, no matter what.
Play it. Click a card.
Yeah. So click the The first time we actually did the Cage thing. Oh, by the way, I have a 6/6 with 2/2/1 flyers. Oh, this looks pretty good. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. That was enough. Turns out.
Okay, that makes me think I should not have went down to 2 Dusk Legion Duelists. Because the two
Duelist
of them were
Duelist is really good, but
good.
Honestly, I'm glad that you tried the Fear of Missing Outs, because that's not a card I've thought of, and it seems like a card that definitely could fit here. Maybe it's not 3, maybe
it could be like 2.
Yeah,
and
right.
3 of the Duelist still.
But I'm excited to see how it plays.
The thing with Duelist that I was immediately and with Inti actually, I feel like they're both great 3 of cards. They just remind me in the green-white deck of like the Virtue of Loyalty and like Luminarch Aspirant type slots. They're stronger in this deck than those cards are in that deck probably. But if you still just have a hand that's like 3 Duelists, it might just do nothing. Like if you don't have enablers. So it strikes me the card where playing 4 instead of 3 is like maybe just a little overkill, because it opens you up to more more of those games. Like, it always reminds me of when people would play 4 Thalia in their green-white hate bears decks, and you would just have the hands that are like 3 Thalias, and you're playing against a creature deck, and you're like, yeah, I literally have no chance at all.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
Okay, I mean, this is keepable.
This is definitely a keep. Yeah, it's not
just
like
want to find cage, basically.
But... Yep.
Feels good to be on the play.
Yeah, I totally agree, though. Like, there are definitely, when I'm playing with 4 duelists, there are definitely those draws where, you know, you have like 2 duelists in the opening hand, and you're like, okay, I just need to draw the stuff that's good with duelist, and then you draw like a third duelist and like 2 lands, and you're like, okay, well, these are just 2 mana 2/2s now, and it's pretty bad. Yeah.
And obviously Inti like has some protection against redundancy built in. Oh, they might think I'm a Convoke here. Ooh, that's a really good draw. Okay.
That is
is having double white better than double red? But I also have this as white, so maybe do I play this on red?
I would probably play it on red because you have 2 other white lands. Yeah. Normally, this deck is pretty white focused.
I assume that was the right thing to play.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I always play duelist before Inti because then you can next turn you can go Inti attack. Yeah. If they just like play a 2-drop here, you can.
Yeah. If they play like the whatever it's called, artist talent.
Okay, so they're probably holding up Picklock Prankster.
Yeah, so I'm going to jam this and discard the Maria's Call.
They might just kill it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they already used 1 Fiery Impulse.
True.
Thraben Inspector, which is very good that they did that for me.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest.
Kind of surprising. But, well, they
just thought
probably
I was Convoke.
Were Convoke, yeah. Okay, there's the Lightning Axe, yeah.
So now I'll just play this. So
don't inspect me, bro.
I feel like game 1, this feels tough.
I agree.
Just thinking about how this could play out, it does not strike me as I'm not excited about how this is gonna play out.
Phoenix game 1.
They just have Cruise now, like awesome.
Right. Phoenix game 1 is definitely tough. I'm not gonna lie. That's why the High Noons are in the sideboard.
Yeah.
High Noon is incredible against them. Well, we get to slam Fable here. That's pretty good.
Wait, should I slam both Kumano and Fable? Probably.
Honestly, what I would do here is just play Fable, play a tapped Inspiring Vantage, and discard the Kumano turn. Yeah. Kumano's pretty much lost its value at this point.
Yeah, true. I mean, they did just have to have double Fiery Impulse plus Lightning Axe. Like, there's the classic, like, perfect Phoenix opener against a creature deck of like, oh, I'll just have the 1 mill spell, the 3 removals, and probably Treasure Cruise. Like, okay.
Listen, Phoenix, when you're playing against Phoenix, they always have everything. They just do.
Yeah,
you just have to assume they always have everything.
I was even on the play this game. Doesn't feel like it right now. Feels like I'm way behind. That's why I added a second part of why I added a second Rest in Peace. Just feels like I really.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want as many haymakers against Phoenix as possible in the sideboard.
Yeah, I had in the past. I had shifted to Rest in Peace over the High Noon in the sideboard, like 3 Rest in Peace, 1 High Noon, because I was respecting the sack deck more. But that deck is just like nowhere to be found these days. Yeah. So that's why I shifted back to the High Noon. High Noon is just a lot, in my experience, is like infinitely more potent against Phoenix than Rest in Peace is.
Do you think I just loot away?
I would loot away the land and the Kumano.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. That's interesting. A lot of options here. I feel like
playing play Cage.
Yeah, I think playing the Cage is pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you take here?
Yeah, either do I want to have an answer? Yeah, it's sort of like, do I want to have an answer or do I want to have a threat?
Right, that's the question. They have 2 cards left. I feel like if they had a Treasure Cruise, they would have played it. What did they get off Prankster?
Another Free the Fae. So yeah, I think they're looking for a cruise.
So they'll probably.
So I did get lucky last turn, to be clear. I was saying they already had cruise and they didn't. I'm leaning towards an answer because I already am gonna have pretty good threats.
Yeah, I kind of like the answer here. They're probably gonna find a cruise. They're probably gonna get their. They have one Phoenix in the yard already. Yeah.
Now the tricky question is, if they block here, do I just immediately put the counter here? I kind of think I like E enough. Yeah, I was gonna say because the alternative is playing Dusk Legion Duelist and getting to draw a card right away. But I think killing that's valuable. Yeah.
I think killing it's definitely worth it. Yeah. Because they presumably play Proph's Eidetic Memory.
Yep. Okay, we're on the same page. And then I am playing this.
Yep. Totally agree.
Okay, cool. A little bit feel like I'm just guessing here, but we've agreed most of the time, so that's good. I have enough experience with this kind of deck to not feel like I'm just totally blundering my way through.
Yeah, I feel like it's not, too terribly different from what you're used to playing. It definitely is a little different, but okay, they don't get a cruise off that. So that's good.
They're looking for the cruise.
They're digging for cruise for sure.
Oh, they found it. Oh no, I was waiting. It said waiting to pay costs.
No, but they still have
3 Phoenix in the yard now, which is terrible.
They have 3. Oof.
They all come back now. Yeah.
3 is rough. I feel like 2 would have been manageable.
Yeah.
3 is pretty rough. Looks like Bad Storm. Yeah. Yeah. If you compare this to Modern Storm, yeah, it's basically Bad Storm. Their Storm payoff is just getting these free 3/2 flyers from the graveyard. So.
I really just want to draw like Thraben Inspector or Selfless Savior or Giant Killer. Ooh, do they even have no? Okay. Because I just want to be able to play a torch right now. Ugh.
Not a good draw. So, what do you do here? I feel like, okay, so if you attack, you could, because you have the treasure token, you could draw a card first and then still have Emperor up.
Yeah, I mean, I think I should draw a card.
So I feel like you draw a card first, yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Right, it's definitely relevant.
Yeah.
And I think I attack now for 6.
Yeah, definitely attack for 6.
The question is, do I just? I could just jam Emperor now.
Yeah, like how scared are we of Spell Pierce? Have we seen any Spell Pierces yet in the graveyard?
No, we have not. So like, I'm kind of scared of it.
Yeah, I'm a little scared of Spell Pierce too.
I feel like there's kind of 2 potential things here. I could like play Torch on their turn to play around, which plays around Spell Pierce. Doesn't play around double Spell Pierce, but I don't know that I'm ever gonna try to do that.
Yeah,
I can also just jam Emperor though to gain 2 life, eat 1, and then like I only really lose to a super nutty like double cruise Proft's turn, and then like if they just like attack the Emperor with 1, like I feel like I'm pretty safe, and I almost want to just try to kill all 3 Phoenixes here, right?
Yeah, but so if you don't Emperor right now, you could play Kumano, torch one of the Phoenixes, and crack Clue.
Oh yeah.
That sounds pretty good. I think that might be the move, and then just have the Emperor for the next turn.
Okay.
I don't know. I could see either argument, but
let's do that. I think playing around Spell Pierce, and this way also if they play Profts and target a Phoenix, I can torch it.
Right.
Interesting. I have Ledger Shredder in the deck still, even with Artist Talent. I haven't seen both of those. Okay, yeah, they're just, I was gonna say, that kind of makes me think they're just digging again, trying to find a cruise, but there's no Profts this turn, which makes me feel pretty good. I'm gonna get down to 5 life here, which is pretty rough. Don't really know why they played that this turn. It's kind of an interesting choice.
Yeah, at least they're tapped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, most excuse me, most builds I've seen play artist talent still play like 2 ledger shredder.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's usually some kind of split, like 3 artist talent, 2 ledger shredder, something like that. Okay, that's relevant. Okay, so
I feel like I just attack.
So we can torch off the cage here.
Yeah, right.
Because the Kumano's coming in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although the Kumano's not coming in, but
Kumano's not coming in.
But I can still just put a counter here and torch this one, which I think
that's still a torch.
Right?
That's still a torch. But do we want to skyclave the ledger shredder first?
I kind of like torching and then just representing Wandering Emperor a little bit here, to be honest. I don't know.
True, we could do both of those.
That's what I like.
I think I like that too.
Let's see what I draw. Play it. So, yes, cast without paying its mana cost. Wish it wasn't Shockland. And I guess it's just free to copy the Goblin Shaman, right? Or is it just make another treasure? I don't know.
Yeah, it's free.
Seems like it in my dumb brain.
Because they're tapped out, it's free. Yeah.
Hey, I didn't think this was going to be a close game, and it definitely is a close game. So.
Yeah, it actually is. We've exiled 2 Phoenixes. 2 more to go.
But this next turn
they're also at 6.
No, I mean, I think this next turn cycle is, do they kill me here or not? I mean, and if they don't, I think I win, and if they do, I'm dead and I lose.
right. Yeah.
But
it might come down to if they have Spell Pierce.
It's definitely really good for me that they didn't attack with all 3 Phoenixes last turn.
Okay, there's an artist talent.
Okay.
They're gonna be digging.
Seems like that had to have been their top deck. Yeah, it's okay. There's do they have Spell Pierce or not? That's it.
Yeah, it's literally do they have Spell Pierce? Do they have?
So we have arrived to that part of the game.
Yep.
And if they put enough counters on Picklock, it might not matter. I think.
Just cast another cantrip, opponent. You want to put another counter on your thing? Come on. Cast another cantrip. Tap out. It'll be fine.
Of course, they find the profs this turn when they can have enough draws, after the talent.
Right.
I mean, if they had it last turn, it was devastating, but I could have torched whatever they put counters on and been a little more prepared for this turn. They definitely found it exactly when they needed to.
I've definitely had way more trouble with Phoenix since they've been playing these pesky enchantments.
Yeah, Profts specifically is just insanely good. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Cast a cantrip. Come on, cast a cantrip. Oh, Fire Impulse. Okay.
And they get loot into a land. Yeah, they got rid of Lightning Axe. So, no, they can't. Now they can't land plus Spell Pierce. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, this is fine. Okay, attack with everything. They probably put it on the Prankster. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, this isn't going to be lethal.
Attack with everything? Do they attack with everything?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just game.
That's game, yep.
We got him. We got him.
Why didn't you play around it, idiot?
Yeah, come on, idiot. Why didn't you play around Wandering Emperor in our Kumano faces Kakazan deck? That's what's great. Nobody expects it.
Oh yeah. It's they're probably like, dude, I'm just playing against Boros cards I own over there.
Yeah, right.
can not reveal anything to them. But I might as well draw a card first.
Yeah, why not? Just
I
for
like
fun.
drawing a card.
Yeah. Wait, so you don't need even Skyclave
Well, because
here?
I can just put a +1/+1 counter on this one. They
Oh,
only have
true.
one blocker,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep, good point. Yep.
Or I could put a 1/1 counter on this one when they block it, and just keep playing and make them lose by more. I'm just kidding.
Just for the rubbins.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, impressive game 1 against Phoenix.
Yeah,
That worked out quite well.
They chatted me and said, "Cool deck." It's not often you get a nice Moto comment, so. Thanks,
yeah, right.
Nixigurg.
Yeah,
you.
thanks, opponent. Okay, so, well, pretty obvious what to sideboard in here.
Bringing in 5 cards. I don't think I want any of the others, right? Do you bring in Lightning Helix?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Definitely not Lightning. Yeah, no, I wouldn't bring in anything else. Take out the Giant Killer.
I don't know. Giant Killer hits big props, guys, and it's good.
I always take out the Giant Killers against this deck, but
I don't know, man. Seems decent to me, to be honest. But
it's pretty much only good if they're already doing their thing. Like they have to have
I think the counterpoint to that is just that.
Eidetic remembering it. I don't know.
The counterpoint to that is just that if you're in which I've had many of these games happen, and this is why I think of this, is like when you have a rest in peace game, which this deck probably doesn't get into the whole like sub game then of like total top deck mode against top. Like I'm guessing this deck has a little bit more proactivity, like more threat count than my green white deck, so probably like is able to out aggro if you have rest in peace or high noon in play a little bit better. But like a lot of times with my green white deck, if it's like a rest in peace game, they can still win by just getting like profts out and a like picklock prankster, and I just draw like Archon and they just bolt it, or whatever, and like they just keep killing my stuff 1-for-1ing, and then eventually just stick like a picklock with a profts, and you get into games where like you kind of just want to be able to kill everything they have, because that's like how to win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can see Giant Killer being.
And I will say, like in the versions that I usually run, I'm bringing in 2 portable holes, which you don't have in the sideboard. So
yeah, I was wondering when
so
you'd catch that.
So that's potentially. What's that?
I said I was wondering when you'd catch that.
Yeah. Oh, I caught it. I love portable holes.
At this point, it's just a running joke of this stream.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Michael says is high noon close to GG.
Very good.
Yes,
they have bounce
it
spells,
is very close to GG. But... If we're ahead at all and we play high noon, it's basically game over.
Okay, I gotta make some decisions. I think cutting a couple Collector's Cage is good in this matchup, but keep.
Definitely cut 2 cages.
Definitely this 3-drop that's just like straight up dies to all their removal and is only valuable if it stays alive.
Yeah, I agree. Nahiri seems a little sketchy.
It hits enchantments. Seems sweet.
Oh, that's true.
I think Overlord might. Is Overlord good in your experience? Alright, I'll follow your lead and cut the Giant Killer. I agree, it's probably worse here than my green white.
And one more. We got no time.
Overlord. I could cut.
Maybe a Skyclave?
I like Skyclave against the enchantments too.
I hate Skyclave, yeah.
I think I'll cut 1
It's a bit. Did we get there?
I hope. Wait, do you have to click submit for it to count your changes?
I think so.
I thought it just took whatever you had.
Right click view sideboard. Did we get there?
Yeah. There's some
we got
changes.
There. Okay, cool. Whew.
Yeah, Michael, this is not this is a total brew that Paul came up with and we've collaborated on a little bit. Alright, well I'm mulliganing this.
This hand's fine.
Definitely solid enough.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tempted to put back land, just mountain.
Oh yeah, I'd put back mountain here. Yeah.
Just like I can cast everything, and if I just kind of hoping to draw a 3rd land, obviously, and if I do draw a 3rd land and play everything, I get to maybe just cantrip with fear of missing out.
Yep.
Okay, they mulliganed as well, so that's nice.
That is nice.
Let's hope he burns the Inspector again. I don't think he'll make that mistake again. I think he maybe thought we were Convoke.
Yeah, right. Come on, kill the Inspector.
He or she, I should say.
True.
They probably thought we were Convoke. Yeah.
Kill the Inspector. It's a huge threat. Come on.
Okay, so now I'm curious. Do I jam Cage or Inti?
Good question.
Definitely playing that. It's a great draw. I think I'm kind of inclined to do Cage, maybe?
Yeah.
Or maybe having another creature out's better, actually. Maybe the creature's better.
I think the creature's better. I think I would play.
I'm not going to use Inti's ability.
Yeah, just not discard anything. Yeah.
No.
No. Man, opponent, you should have killed the Inspector. It already hit you for 1.
You're already No, wait, no, I shocked. You're not even behind on life. Dang it.
You're on a 20-turn clock.
Okay, they're immediately digging. Got rid of a Ledger Shredder. Wow.
That is surprising. Yeah. They don't even need it anymore with this stupid artist talent.
Okay.
Huh. I feel like start with attack here.
Yeah.
Start with attack and try to discard the Marius Call.
Marius Call, yep, that's what I was thinking. Targeting Inspector.
Yeah. I'm surprised they let you do that. Okay.
How does this work? You may play that.
It doesn't matter which way you stack them, really.
Hit Fable. Okay, hit.
Oh,
good.
that's a good hit. Okay, well, we're playing that. Wow, did they just have no removal? Or they just really want to picklock here? No, they just have nothing. Okay. Cool.
Why did they get rid of the Shredder?
What is their hand? What is their hand? Ah, okay, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking about Anger of the Gods. Probably should have been thinking about it.
I mean, it's one of those weird, it feels bad, but it's kind of a 1-for-1 because I have a clue and the Fable's still sitting around, so I kind of just traded with Inti.
That's true. That's true.
I think I ditch maybe 1 FOMO.
I would probably ditch the Cage here too.
Man.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't have
iffy.
many creatures.
I
There's
think
only 2
I
in
will.
the deck, and it seems like a good.
That's true. It's close.
Well, when I play FOMO, it's gonna. I think I just ditch 1 fear of missing out, because I'm gonna get another chance to rummage when I play FOMO, which I'm for sure playing
That's true.
this turn.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
I
Good
think
point.
I really want to hit another land. Okay, not really that land.
Yeah. Now I feel like, do you rummage the Cage?
No, it's really hard. I almost don't. Oh, I have to. Yeah, that's right. Now I think I do, because I really want Wandering Emperor up next turn.
Right. Yeah, I think
That's an
rummaging.
artifact in for Delirium too. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Dang, should have kept the Cage. Oh well.
Oh, should have ditched the land. If only we were psychic.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Crackling Drake? Yeah. Well, at least I have an answer. But that's scary.
It's a 2/4 right now.
Yeah. I guess it's
Okay.
really small.
Oh, you put a Cave of the Frost Dragon.
Oh yeah, I put 1 in. Yeah, okay. I remember I tweaked it. I knew I put a couple more man lands in because they just seem good in an aggressive strategy. Like I felt like just having dens. I know Sokenzan is like somewhat parallel, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I kind of like it. I mean, the dens are insanely. As long as you didn't
I
decrease
did cut. No,
the dens,
I kept 3 dens.
Yeah,
I kept 3.
because the dens are insanely good with Cage. The amount of times I've been able to activate den and then activate Cage is a lot higher than you'd think.
Yeah. So this has went poorly overall, but I like this. This is kind of a spell pierce or bust game. Like if they don't have spell pierce, I'm gonna like feel like I'm way ahead.
Right. Yeah. If we get to just remove this Drake here, we're actually in the driver's seat.
To the point where like I almost don't want to run out the Emperor, but I don't know.
Let's see what they do first.
Oh, they're tapping 2 mana for something. That's good for me if they do that. Or no, they're lightning axing something. Oh no, they're treasure cruising. That's
Okay.
really bad for me. Okay, well I can only max get 1 Phoenix. Well, I guess no, they can play another untapped land. Wow, this went from feeling like they were doing nothing to them having 7 cards in hand and a giant crackling Drake out with Artist Talent, like, real quick.
Yeah, Artist Talent does that.
Yeah, there goes my Fable. There goes the combo with Fear of Missing Out. I was gonna say, I have, like, the FOMO combo, too, so I could, like, almost kill them next turn. In fact, I think I could have had lethal next turn with FOMO.
Yeah, so Michael, you asked, didn't respond with Emperor. Emperor can only exile tapped creatures, so we have to wait for them to attack.
Okay, well they attacked into it. They're making me have it, and I have it. So that's
at least we can do it now. Yeah.
I think it's a double attack with FOMO. Oh, jeez, brutal.
Man, so many lands.
They're all the tap lands right now, and I could actually use it. I could attack with Den and FOMO. I think I almost like that. Honestly.
And we have 4. Oh yeah, we have Delirium. You could attack with Den twice.
And put a counter on it. Yeah, I like
that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage and 2 tokens for what it's worth.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good a look for Fear of Missing Out here.
Yeah.
Fear of Missing Out letting us take an
from
extra
being
combat with
close to them having lethal to close to me having lethal.
Yeah, they're at 3. They're just at 3. What the hell? Like,
and I didn't have anything going on.
Fear of Missing Out might have just won us that game.
Yeah, we'll see. It's close, but they're very low, and I have an Emperor. I mean, they like kind of need to Phoenix away the Emperor, but also have a Phoenix to block, but also have removal for most things on the battlefield. So they kind of need to have a lot. But if like there's one way for them to have a lot, it's by having an Artist Talent out and getting to rummage through 100 cards.
True. I feel like their turn almost. Well, no, I was gonna say they need Anger, but yeah, as
they only have 3.
DeBear points out in the chat, even if they have Anger, then they're tapped out of red mana, so then they just die to the Den, the manland.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can get out of this.
I kind of can't believe they missed a land drop that turn with all the rummaging and treasure cruising. That's rough
True.
for them.
True.
Yeah, no, this is close. They definitely need to have some removal. And blockers. They can come up with removal plus blockers though with Phoenixes though. That's the thing. They can like just do a couple shocks and then put a couple.
Yeah, they have 7 cards in hand. They definitely could. Close 20-3. Yeah. Believe it or not, it still is close because this blue-red deck can come out of a surprising amount of situations. It can do
some funny from such a seasoned Magic player being like, the life totals are different. I know he's joking, but like the life totals are so different it can't be close. But it's like, you know, control versus aggro. You know, this could be control at 3, aggro at 20, and control winning by a ton, right? Like.
Right.
Okay, well, good start. 1 mana gone. No Phoenix in the yard. Well, Michael, they could just like basically throw a couple burn spells out and like loot away a couple Phoenixes, you know, just to like make something up. They could go cantrip, rummage away a Phoenix, burn my Fear of Missing Out, rummage away a Phoenix, burn a Goblin token, rummage away a Phoenix, get 3 Phoenixes back and have 3 blockers. So that's the main thing that could happen here. I mean, like, even if that were to happen, I'm kind of in the driver's seat, but like basically they have ways of killing things and getting Phoenixes back if they just have it all in their hand. But
right, yeah, the whole gimmick with this deck is that they can put 3/2 flyers in their graveyard that come back for free if they cast 3 or more instants or sorceries. So, and they have an enchantment in play that lets them discard and draw whenever they cast an instant or sorcery. So, free blocks, kill your shit. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. does need them to have a lot, and I also just have an Emperor sitting out there that's like a free counter on something or extra body. Definitely feeling the driver's seat. Man, both these games I felt like behind, and then the tables turned and I got ahead.
Yeah, right? Yeah, this has felt really good.
Okay, there's a cruise. That's pretty big for them.
There's a cruise. Okay, so now if they find
Still
like
rummaged away a haul. Yeah, now if they find like burn, 3 phoenixes.
They'll almost certainly find a 5th land.
I'm surprised it's taking them this long to make these game actions. Like a 1-mana treasure cruise there seems like the obvious thing to do, but
right. Yeah, they pretty much have to have like 2 Phoenixes
Impulse, Phoenix, yeah, like
burn spells. Yeah. They need at least 2 burn spells, right? Because if they don't kill
FOMO plus goblin token.
If they don't kill FOMO plus goblin, if they leave 2 goblins, you attack with Den plus 3 goblins, and they're dead. Yeah. There's one burn spell.
Phoenix though. They've just bricked on the Phoenixes, or they maybe get 1 or 2 out, which I know they do sometimes.
Right.
Oh, Shockland. That's big.
Shock to 1. Come on, shock to 1.
No.
No. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Yeah, just no Phoenixes in the yard.
I don't think there's anything they could have here. Okay, 1 mana. Yeah, it's game. Yeah, you so just animate that Den.
Right. Yeah. Plus here. Yeah.
Boom.
Nice. Alrighty.
Love it. Didn't even need the high noon.
Yeah. Or rest in peace. 5 more slots in your sideboard, man. You don't need those cards.
Yeah. Who needs those? No, you definitely need them because that matchup is usually a lot tougher than that. Yeah, that went extremely well.
That went really well. Yeah, Game 2 in particular. Game 1 was close, and I think if they knew what they were up against better, they could have tweaked their decisions a little bit and probably gotten there. Like that turn where they left a Phoenix back, just gave them just what I needed in the race.
Right.
To like win the race, and then also like when they threw a burn spell at my Inspector, but. Game 2 was the one where they definitely just did not have a very good hand. They probably kept their hand on the back of just Anger the Gods, which explains, I guess, why they didn't just throw that Ledger Shredder out, because they knew they were going to Anger the next turn. But still, I was still surprised that they looted away that Ledger Shredder.
Yeah, right.
In the early game, and then kind of just had nothing going on for most of the game.
Yep. Michael says he died to commander damage the other night with 90 life. Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, that's why commander damage is there. That's why it's there, okay? And yeah, best part of playing a brew, they don't know how to board. Worst part, your brews suck. Well, yeah.
If you're me,
I agree, except I would, I would like to think that my brews don't suck, but sometimes they definitely do.
This is a pretty good one.
This is a pretty good one. This one's pretty tried and true,
Yeah, you've been playing this for a while.
Yeah.
And having solid success with it. Off to a good start, and I get to be on the play here. That's awesome. Okay. Come on, give me something good.
Oh, okay. Kumano and Duelist. Love it.
Give me something good. And it delivers.
Dude, any Kumano and Duelist hand is just a snap keep.
And on the play, it feels
it's just
really
a snap
dirty.
keep. Yeah.
And just cage too, so like 1 land off the top is just amazing here.
Right.
I mean,
you don't even need it off the top.
The
next 2 draws, because you get a free draw from Duelist.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I think I definitely need to have 3 Duelists in here. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so this is probably Lotus Field?
I haven't played against Lotus Field.
That makes it a little more scary.
Yeah.
I don't know what other deck plays Botanical Sanctum.
Yeah, all I can think of is like what's it called? There's some like Kinnan combo decks I played against before. Okay,
that's true. Okay, well, it's definitely Lotus Field. Yep. Yeah. Once you see the lesbian stage, then you know it's Lotus Field. Yep.
Okay, well, it's absolutely huge that I'm on the play this game.
Definitely.
I think I just go FOMO or Inti.
Ooh, that's tough. Okay, what's gonna kill them the fastest?
Yeah, I guess I don't have a good way to get to Delirium. Like FOMO lets me cycle 1 card and that's it. But
right, I feel like it's what's going to kill them the fastest, which is probably
argument for Inti, argument for Cage.
Yeah, I could see the other Cage. I could see the Inti.
I think I just go.
You pick.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a tough one.
I think I'm just gonna go Inti. They have
starting to get an appreciation for efficient value red cards. Yeah. Same here. I love Inti. I love Fear of Missing Out, and I love Fable the Mirror Breaker.
So, like, they have 1 turn.
Yeah, they have 1 turn. Yep. And so is there anything we can do on this turn to prevent them from doing anything on their turn? I think the answer is no.
I mean, I think I just Cage on Duelist again.
So Michael, this is the actual Storm deck of the meta that we're up against right now. And they can basically go off with very little based on their Lotus Field, which they can untap multiple times to make a bunch of mana and then go crazy. So we're just kind of hoping that they don't have the actual win here because we have the guaranteed win next turn.
Yeah, I'm hitting them for 8, and I'm play the other Kamanu just to... Don't think it really matters, but...
Yeah, make big mana, kill djfallingupg. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, yeah.
It's pretty much like either... Yeah, they just have to combo me this turn, which seems pretty hard with 1 Lotus.
It's pretty hard. It's definitely possible, but it's pretty hard.
They need to have the God Hand, which presumably they kept, because they kept 7 and have cast 0 spells.
Right, they do have 8 cards, which makes me nervous, but... See if they have it. They either have it or they don't.
Okay.
Nope, they don't have it. Turns
a
out.
lot better because we get.
And now we get High Noon.
We get 3 High Noon, and we get 4 Invasion, and we
High
get.
Noon.
Do we
Turns
get,
out good against the Storm deck.
Yeah. The question is, and we cut all the Torch. Oops. And we
Torch comes out. Giant Killer comes out.
They sometimes do that Zetalpa plan.
Yeah, but we don't need that.
Yeah, probably.
Skyclave comes out.
No,
sure.
I disagree with that. What if they have? Do they ever play Voyaging Satyr or the Tap guy? I mean, like.
I haven't seen Voyaging Satyr in.
Fury and Wandering Emperor like half.
Probably like I don't think I've seen Voyaging Satyr in a year.
Okay. But they Arboreal
Okay,
Grazer.
Wandering Emperor. That's true.
And the Hiri. These cards are all like totally air.
That's true.
I think you actually want a Hill Giant that sometimes eats a 0/3 blocker more than you want Wandering Emperor.
Okay, that's fair.
And then the question becomes, some of their combo lines involve the graveyard, right?
Yeah, Rest in Peace can actually be pretty
So
useful.
You're like, do you want Overlord more than one of Rest in Peace? That's like...
Probably not.
Yeah, I kind of like...
I think I like the Rest in Peace.
Rest in Peace more than... Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we want a second Rest.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's a good, like, Miser's one of just, like, it might stop you from comboing.
Right.
Taking out a slow card for it.
DJ falling up GG. I love
falling
it.
Up GG. Alright, well, I think I'm mulliganing this, because this kind of does nothing.
Yeah, this is a mulligan for sure. Oh man, 1 land away from being great.
It's like, do I keep it and just hope to draw a land in the top 2 cards?
Maybe.
I think I mulligan.
It's very risky. I would mulligan probably.
Okay.
Well, you gotta keep this. Yeah.
This is very good. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I mean.
Yep.
I agree. Everything I need.
Yep.
To win. Okay, they didn't have the Grazer. It's a really big start.
Yeah, hopefully this is just turn 2 Duelist, turn 3 Flip Invasion.
Yeah, Invasion can be... Ooh, wait, what? Dude, if they play...
Red mana? Red mana? What are you doing with red mana, opponent? That's not allowed.
I know, it's very confusing. besiege you. Okay, interesting. That's like not as scary as it could be.
What is their red mana for?
I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, I have no clue what the. Oh, you know what? It's probably for artist talent. This is probably.
Oh, they play artist talent now.
I've seen artist talent versions of this deck. Yeah.
Okay. I get that. Seems like a good fit.
Into the Flood Maw. Okay.
So just 1 mana real spell and play.
It's just basically just an unsummon. Yeah. Kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just play Invasion.
Well, do you though?
I guess so. You think I should just bank on having nothing?
I don't know. The question is like, are they going off next turn? Right. If so, we should play Invasion. Yeah. If not, we should just play Duelist plus Inspector. Yeah. So the question is, are they going off next turn?
Yeah, I think probably the more likely way to win this game is assume they're not.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way too.
Do I play? Yeah, I play Amaria's Call here.
Yeah, your life total doesn't matter. Yeah, I kind of like just playing 2 more creatures here and hoping they're not going off next turn. And if they go off next turn, then they had the nuts.
Yeah, then they have to have a pretty specific set of cards to go off this turn, which they could definitely have. Because this way, hopefully they don't play a blocker either, so I can for sure get a. I probably get a counter on the Duelist no matter what, even if they play like Grazer in some line of play. I still should be able to flip the Invasion with the other guys that they can't block, and then I get a counter here. So I should see 2 cards off the top, which hopefully means I either hit another Invasion or a High Noon.
Right, yeah.
So definitely the number of cards that actually interacts with my opponent is pretty low.
Yep. Yeah, we really want to find High Noon here, obviously.
They do have an answer to High Noon already. Okay.
Oh, that's true. They have Beseiju in hand. Yeah. Maybe the Invasion will tempt them. Maybe. Okay, they have the artist talent, but they didn't play it. Going on.
Well, because they just want to copy.
They just want to copy, right?
Do I just hit the hidden strings?
Well, okay, wait. Let's think about this. So, end of turn, they're copying. So they have 6 mana. Mm-hmm. They untap. They play land. They have 7 mana. So they have 7 mana. They can play an artist talent, play a hidden strings. They get to loot and have a ton of mana, and have a draw step. This is tough.
This is a tough set of cards. Like, they have no way to do anything, but they have the engine and the mana that they need, and it's just like they just have to find something to do in the top like 3 cards of their deck, and they're killing me.
What inhibits them the most?
Like, they just have.
I could even see
more for any of it, so it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah, I could even see taking the Sylvan Scrying to just slow them down on grabbing another Beseiju. I don't know. I'm leaning towards artist talent just because it lets them dig.
Like, they're playing artist talent essentially 100% next turn, even if I take it.
Right. So might as well make it 4 mana, right?
I guess.
They're probably playing that before they play anything.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. So Michael says take the scrying. Yeah, the thing is, if we don't take the artist talent just says whenever they cast an instant or sorcery, they get to just loot. So they're probably playing that first no matter what. So that's was our thinking there.
I forgot that I draw the card at end step. It's kind of annoying.
I know, it is a little annoying. Be interesting to see if they... Okay, they're not going to Beseiju here, so you do get to at least draw a card. High Noon, 1 time. Land. Okay, not what we wanted to see.
Yeah, this is feeling like I'm a dog here. I mean, I almost certainly get 1 more turn by like making them pay 2 more mana, but like
Yeah, I doubt they can just win
My
here.
time's
That
pretty
would be,
limited after that.
it'd be pretty shocking if they were able to just straight up win here. Because they'd have to go 4 mana Artist Talent, 2 mana Hidden Strings, untap, have 6 mana, and just have drawn perfects. No, Da Bear. They usually do not level up the Artist Talent at all in this deck. They usually just use it to say, hey, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, I get to loot. That's it.
And they immediately level it up. Idiot.
And they immediately level it up. So the second level is the more frequently used one, which is just also a Goblin Electromancer. Just, I get, now my stuff costs
1, 2,
1 less.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14. Freaking brutal, man.
14? Oh my god.
If they played the mana
Wait.
confluence, it turns off mana confluence.
2, 4, 7, 8, 9. Wait, I count 13.
Wait,
Am I dumb?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
9,
never
10,
mind. The command
11,
I was
12,
counting.
13.
Yeah, no, that's 14.
Do I just put them to 1? I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's either that or dig for a high noon, but
yeah, or just gamble on having high noon on the top of your deck. Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing. They're dead next turn regardless, right? So it's just better to dig for a high noon.
Yeah, is there anything in their deck that might care about being at 1 though, than compared to being at 2, 3?
I mean, they might have a
Mana
board.
confluence.
Okay, so let's think if they have a board wipe. If they have like a temporary lockdown, let's say.
Right, then I at least get to kill them with Den.
Do you still kill them with the den if you don't attack with it this turn?
1, 2, 3, 4,
3.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I put them to 5, so no.
So no.
I think I just.
I think I would draw a card here, but
Okay.
do what you want to do. Okay. Well, I mean, might as well play it, I guess.
Yeah, what else? There's no like instants I could draw that are relevant, I guess.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Just gotta hope they can't do it.
Make them do it.
Okay, we weren't drawing it, no matter what. Now we can kill
Now I
them,
can kill
even
them,
if they
yeah,
board
I
wipe.
can.
Yep, with Kumano.
Feels like this is over, but we'll see. 2, 3, pour over the pages. Yep.
Yeah, so this is one of their key engine pieces, pour over the pages. You might remember that one, Michael. Draw 3, untap 2 lands, discard a card.
Consider. Interesting. I don't really know. Do they just do approach the second sun still, or what's the way they kill me here?
I don't actually. I think they kill the same way as the traditional one, but I could be wrong. And they also have the like weird 6-mana Chandra.
Yeah, do they play that for sure?
Like double ball again recovery. Yeah. This looks like an omniscience.
No, yeah, they just.
No, it's just another pour. Okay. They're
Okay,
still digging.
all
It's
these
not over
cards
yet.
Could have
They
been
have to
lands.
find the right cards.
I mean, they rummaged away Consider with infinite mana, so it
Yeah,
seems like they probably
that's
have,
pretty discouraging.
seems like
That's
they probably
pretty
have the right cards.
Yeah. Another pour. Okay. Well, they're probably gonna find it.
Yeah, it seems that way.
but you never know. I always let them play it out because I'm always surprised at how often they fizzle later on. Once they play the Leer, I always scoop.
Yeah, Leer is game.
If they play Leer with mana up, I'm done.
Okay, I'm just kind of seeing what's in their deck now too. Fiery Impulse, that's random. 2 into the Flood Maw.
Yeah, I mean, it's a catch-all. Kind of makes sense.
Spell. That's crazy.
It bounces like the High Noons too.
They had just taken 1 from their mana confluence, man. 9 lives, what?
9 lives? Wow.
So I might actually want Nahiri. Or do you think they, because that gets rid of the artist talents. I don't know.
That's true. Well, 9 lives is hexproof, but...
Yeah, not as, sorry, that was weird timing for me to bring that up, but...
But yeah, artist talent, that's true.
I don't really get 9 lives.
I guess it just gives them more time against the aggro decks. I don't know.
This is just so random. There's so many random cards in this deck.
Yeah. Dig through time. It seems like we have to be dead here, right?
Oh yeah, I think we for sure are. I'm just thinking this is Approach of the Second Sun as the win con, or I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even entirely sure. There's the Leer. I would scoop to that. You can play it out if you want to see what they actually win with.
A couple more cards because we're already so close. I was already so sure that we're...
Yeah, might as well see what they do.
Yeah, they're going to dig through time. Oh, pour the pages.
So, Michael, if you're not familiar, Leer, the creature they just played, gives all of their stuff flashback. It's basically like a Past in Flames on a body. That's usually when I scoop, but we can see what they actually win with.
Yeah, I feel like I'm close enough to them winning that I kind of just want to see the whole thing happen at this point, just to like know might very slightly influence my sideboarding decisions. Because like whenever I see turns like this, I'm like, well, I mean, Rest in Peace would have been pretty good. You know, I was kind of hoping to see the Rest in Peace there, so I'm wondering if like the second is worth it, especially with like having Fable plus. Like, it's pretty unlikely I draw 2 and get stuck with playing 2, you know, like, I feel like there's ways to get rid of the redundant one.
Right.
They play
we're on
Bolligad recoveries, you know, like, oh, there's Wish. Okay, there's the
okay, Wish
from their sideboard.
Yeah. Wish probably for the Approach at Second Sun.
Yeah.
Or Thassa's Oracle, yeah. They have 3 cards left in library. They could just Thassa's Oracle right now. Maybe that's their win con. I've never actually gotten this far. I always scoop to the Leer.
Yeah,
there's the Thassa's Oracle. Yep. Wow.
Alright, you know what? Boom. Hexproof, indestructible. GG.
Got him. Got him. Huh. So they are just on the Thassa's Oracle plan. Okay, we need to just sideboard some instant speed mill.
No, Hushbringer.
Hushbringer, true. Hushbringer turns off Thassa's Oracle.
Oh, get lost. Obviously, I don't want probably all 4 of these, but getting rid of artist talent seems valuable, but probably not worth it. Do I have any other removal in the decks? I'd rather have Skyclave bringing the body with it.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I like most of the other stuff better.
Selfless Savior? Is that really doing much?
Oh, yeah, no, I probably would rather...
That can probably be cut.
That could be in Nahiri, maybe,
Nahiri or Get Lost. I mean, honestly, the amount of times I've actually disrupted the opponent by having an instant speed removal spell for Leer, that comes up.
It could be like one of Get Lost. Yeah. I think that's better than Selfless Savior. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's pretty solid. It's fast.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta keep this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta hope you hit the right things. Didn't realize Thoracle was allowed in Pioneer. Yes, Thoracle is allowed in Pioneer. It's there was actually in the early days of Pioneer, there was a combo with Thoracle and another card that exiled your own library, and that card got banned.
I've just had this every game.
Yeah, I know, it's great. It's great. Kumano into Duelist is great.
I mean, then into Anim Pekal is going to be really strong. It's going to be really fast. And they have a mana confluence. They're already taking a damage. Wait, how'd they? Yeah, they've already taken one from the mana confluence, one from the Kumano. Next turn I get to like play this and get a 1/1 plus attack for 3, 4, 5. So I get to attack for 6 if they do nothing.
Yeah, you definitely. I think you have a turn 5 kill here. So they're gonna have to be quick.
Okay.
Okay, there's an artist talent.
I don't think I need to answer it here.
No, Oh, well, now I probably would.
Really? You think that's better than playing this? This is like just kills them in one turn, basically.
Well, okay, let's think about it. Does it actually? Okay, so if we play the Anim
I make one gnome, it becomes 2 power. So I hit them for 3, 4, 5, 6, put them to 11, and the next turn it attacks and becomes 3 power by itself, makes 3 gnomes. That's 6. Yeah,
they come in attacking?
Yeah, it's like Adeline. Create X 1/1 colorless gnome artifact tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of 1/1 counters. So this turn, and it's whenever you attack one or more non-gnomes. So like this turn I'll make 1, next turn I'll make 2, I guess, not 3. It's not her power, it's her counters.
Okay, so this turn we hit for 6, down to 11. Next turn we hit for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I have Mutavault too.
But that's only 1, right? Oh, but we have Mutavault too. So they are dead next turn.
Yeah,
if we play
I think
an
they're
impact
turn,
call.
yeah.
Okay. Then I think it's worth it. If they weren't dead next turn, I would say Skyclave the artist talent, but now, yeah, if they're dead next turn, it's definitely worth it. Because it's very unlikely that they can go off turn 3 on the draw here.
Right, yeah. And they take a damage from mana confluence if they use the mana. I think I'd have lethal next turn for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure
they have to have a sweeper or a removal. Like they could have fiery impulse.
Damn.
But even so, I get to just Skyclave.
Anim Pakal is kind of crazy.
Seems just like really fast racing, and if you have like Collector's Cage, I could put another counter on it or whatever, and then make
right. Yeah, and it pumps out tokens for Cage, and it's good with Cage, just pumping itself. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's fragile. I feel like 1-of is like the most you would do, but it's kind of for this exact game state of like actually I do have some disruption here. I have like a couple ways to get rid of the talent, but like if this was all threats, it'd be like, well, this is the fastest all threats hand I can have, basically.
Right. What you got, opponent? Can you do something insane?
Yeah, so basically it'll be 5 here, plus 3 here is 8, plus 3 more, 9, 10. Yeah, no, it's lethal without the Mutavault. Because it'll be 5 here.
It is?
It'll be 5 here.
Right.
This will get 1 more 1/1 counter on it, so it'll be 3 more there, that's 8, and it'll make 2 more gnomes attacking because it has 2 counters on it, so it'll be 3 total gnomes. So
so what's the condition for it getting another counter?
Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, put a 1/1 counter on it, then create.
Oh, okay. So it is just 11 on board.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. Okay.
I don't really know what they could have to get them out of this on turn.
Yeah, I don't think they have it. I've definitely died to Lotus Field on their turn 3 before, but I think it's only ever involved in Arbor Razor. Yeah.
Because I can basically make it a turn. Oh yeah, Michael, you did leave your toothbrush at my place. Sorry, I meant to text you about that, but then had a pretty busy week, a couple weeks since then. So you'll have to come back and visit to get your toothbrush.
Get that precious toothbrush.
I was like, yeah, I was like close. Like I went downstairs for something and saw it in there, and it was like 10 minutes after you left or something, where I was like, I don't think you want to burn 20 minutes to come get your toothbrush. Like I thought about being like, do I come back to get your toothbrush? And I was like, no, I don't think they would. I'll just let that go.
I think the opponent is just contemplating their life decisions right now.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna like sweep or something.
Okay, that's game.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't think that can get them there.
Congrats, opponent. You have 2 artist talent. Good job. Good job.
A bounce spell. I guess a bounce spell, right?
Oh, that's true. Actually, Into the Flood mod does stop you from having lethal. Okay, wait.
Ooh, that's
does attacking... Ooh, High Noon. Okay. Does attacking with Mutavault help here?
So I think.
Well, now you have the land too. I feel like
I just go high noon plus get lost or something, right? I mean, that seems pretty good.
Does attacking with Mutavault change anything? They can still just bounce a 3 power.
Yeah, they'll bounce this.
Or they'll bounce that. Yeah.
And go to 4.
Well, wait. So if you attack with Mutavault 2, though,
then they take 8. I mean.
Yeah, they still don't die. Okay.
And they're still, if they were at 1, it would turn off Mana Confluence, but they're not going to be at 1.
Yeah, so it's just attack, play High Noon, hold up, get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, they must have Into the Flood Maw here. I think the High Noon will probably win us the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just sorcery, get lost, and then High Noon, right?
Do you sorcery get lost? Why?
Well, I can't High Noon first, then do it on the same turn, because that would be my second spell to turn. And if I let them untap, I mean, I could do it on their upkeep or something, but it just gives them extra loot, right? I guess what's the point of?
Well, so the point of holding it up is, what if they find another bounce spell, and then I don't know. I'm trying to think of the ways they win.
Right.
What if they find a bounce spell into a temporary lockdown? Then you instant speed, get lost, and win. Or if they find a bounce spell and then are able to untap Leer, then you get lost and win. What's the benefit of get losting sorcery speed, I guess?
Just to give them one less
loot.
Is this 100% what I'm going after, I guess? Because then I feel like I would want to give them one less loot.
I don't think it is 100% what you're going after.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
fair enough.
I would rather hold it up for other things.
Okay.
Because they could have lockdown in their deck, and they could go for some crazy bounce your High Noon, play a Leer, bounce your High Noon, cycle a Vizier, play a Leer, go off, and then you can kill their Leer and maybe still win, or something like that,
True. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the ways you could lose here.
Right.
But I don't think killing their second artist talent is gonna change much.
Okay. It's reasonable. Surprised they're immediately tapping this for mana.
Yeah, right? Okay. This looks like incoming Vizier, I would assume.
Looks like incoming strings to me.
Or hidden strings would be their only spell.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Vizier.
Tap Lotus Field.
Vizier is pretty much the only thing they could have to let them.
I forgot. Yeah, I actually just forgot I had High Noon out.
High Noon is really good.
Also, untapped land lets me just burn them for 5 to the face.
True.
That's how I want to win this game. So.
Yeah, right. That'd be great.
That's what I'm hoping for here.
The amount of times I've killed Phoenix players with that is like more than 10.
More than 10.
I've killed them a lot with it.
Do they just have the Boseiju plus?
Boseiju plus what?
Hidden
Boseiju,
strength.
and then they only have They have, yeah, I guess they have hidden strings after that, yeah.
I'm always guessing. This deck is like, I don't know the lines. Like, I'm sure the people who play it have everything memorized, basically, of like, yeah, I need this, then this. Okay, and they just did that.
Okay.
So I guess they're gonna level up an artist talent, and I'll just destroy it in response or something. I don't know. I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Or they're just hoping to loot into a Boseiju here.
Yeah. That would make sense. That's their one spell, so it has to be Boseiju.
Yeah, it literally has to be Boseiju here.
Oh
well,
God.
They have the Boseiju. Okay. So what's the move now? Do we kill the artist talent?
I still feel like I don't, because what can they actually do to win here? They have to like copy.
Well, they have 2 untapped lands. They have no mana floating. They have 2 cards in hand. They have no mana floating.
Okay, I was gonna say.
They just scoop. Okay.
I was gonna say I don't think there's a way for them to win from that.
They said I don't think there's a way for me to win either. Whew. That was kind of a sweat, but all right.
It was probably way more of a sweat than it really needed to be. Like they probably just had nothing to do. Their hand was probably like 2 lands. They're like, I'll just do this and freak my opponent out.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Let's see if I can do this without Paul's expertise. Thanks for joining, Michael. See ya in the next one. Snap keep. Yeah, I don't know. On the play, having turn 3 Fable. Oh yeah, because Nahiri. Are you into Nahiri? Is that a thing? Because Nahiri. Alright, what do I want here? I already have a Fable, but Fable is good. Fable is a good card. Do I want another Fable or a Duelist to draw me more stuff? I just love one of those, even more one of the Stone Cold Fox. Oh, good gracious. She brings me light. I think I'm just going for another Fable here. I feel like none of the hits are that exciting, so I just don't want to overthink it that much.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, oh, my opponent apparently was on a 1-lander? What?
Oh man. Are they on Gigantha?
Yeah, they played a turn 1 Swift Spear, and I don't know, maybe that might have been a misclick, I'm not sure. They just like played turn 1 Swift Spear, I killed it. Oh, okay. Oh,
wow, they're just on 1 land, okay. 1 land, easy.
Alright.
Hey, yeah, this is how we draw it up. This is how it'll go for me at the tournament, right? My opponents will just have 1 land. It'll be fine.
Peace, Michael.
See you, Michael. Thanks for dropping in.
I think I just do this. I don't think I can lose this game.
Yeah, I don't think this game is losable. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter a whole lot what you do here.
I will take some random game actions and feel really good about myself.
Right.
How's it going, opponent?
Yeah, how you feeling? Okay.
I got to see my deck a little. So Helixes come in, probably get lost against this deck, right? In High Noon.
I usually don't bring Get Lost, but I also usually have portable holes, so I don't know. Now do you bring in Get Lost? Maybe.
Also, do you bring in High Noon?
I've been on the fence about that one.
Could be like
I've been on the fence.
So let's see what seems bad in the main deck.
Yeah, I would go to that first.
I mean,
so
honestly, like
Giant Killer, I think is bad.
Wait, they just cast one pump spell on something and you kill it.
No.
What? What are you talking about?
Okay. So two things. One, 3 mana for a removal spell in this type of matchup is not very good.
Well, but you
Second
have other
of all,
removal spells that cost less.
It's a 3 mana conditional removal spell. I don't think that's good enough. I think Giant Killer is just bad in these matchups.
Oh wow, I do not agree with that.
Fair enough. Keep it in then. I want to see. I'm pretty firm on that opinion, but I think Giant Killer.
Because it's also the creature version is good too. Like tapping their
is
stuff
it?
In the late game. Like if it's a Gigantha late game, like you traded a bunch of resources and you're like, all right. Anyways, they're also Gigantha. They just have a guaranteed card in the mid game that they will always play them.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm skeptical, but we'll see.
I don't think I'm gonna do High Noon.
Yeah, High Noon is questionable. I feel like Nahiri is a little
slow.
It's pretty slow. It's a removal, but
it's like only hits sorcery speed. They're tapped guys.
Yeah,
probably not good enough. I'm a little on the fence about Get Lost. I think Overlord's good here.
I usually shave 1 cage in these matchups just because like
it's so fast. You don't always have time to.
Yeah, we just like if we can control their board, we win the game. It's not as important to like be as proactive.
Yeah. I feel like FOMO is probably like it's not that defensive of a card. It kind of thrives when you're ahead or are in like a game state where there's, you're not just getting attacked by like 3 things that are all potentially huge with pump spells.
Yeah.
It does have 3 toughness. 2 mana 2/3 is like a good stat line.
It's true, but yeah.
I think I'll shave.
I like this board. Yeah. Other than the Giant Killer.
You hate the Giant Killer.
I don't know. I don't think it's good. I feel like 3 mana for a removal spell. I feel like you gotta keep this.
Yeah, it's great. It just has 2 torches. I just like draw lands, but I mean that's
obviously the Amiria's Call is a little bit awkward, but it's not that bad. I feel like you just torch this right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
If he didn't have the second torch, I would maybe hold it up, but because you have the second one, I feel like it's just get it out of here.
I think it's worth getting a creature out and representing Torch here, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Fatal Push. Okay. I'm feeling pretty
sure.
Right now.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay. I think I have a safe. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna kill it sorcery speed, but if they
I would just take
if they play 1 spell, I get to kill. No, I guess if they have the pump. Yeah,
okay, so
out.
on
so
now I would probably torch it.
But now if they target it with the other pump, it will just live, like the Monstrous Rage or whatever. I think I take this.
They only have 1 card in hand. You think they have exactly another pump spell?
I mean, it's just possible, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of feel like it's just not worth losing that battle. It's like
that's
my main
true.
feeling, because I don't mind just being like, play Giant Killer here, make you, like, I have a clean block on Swift Spear, make you have, like, play another spell in order to basically deal damage.
That's true. Fair enough.
Maybe
we're
I'm
at
playing this from a taxes-y game plan type perspective, but
no, I like it.
But...
I like it. We're at a high enough life total to tank that. Push that. Okay.
Interesting. double push.
Yeah, kind of weird out of the aggro deck.
Really don't want to take another hit now. That's the position I put myself in. I mean, I'm not going to respond to that.
So now if we tank this, we go to 8.
No, we go to 9.
Oh, 9. Yeah, my bad. Huh. This is tough. Just what's their last card? It does feel like it could be another bump spell. Yeah, I think tanking it is fine.
I think I'm gonna split the difference and do this. Okay.
Nice. Okay. So it's not a bump spell. Ooh, lightning helix. Oh yeah, baby. That was a nice top deck.
Unfortunately, I don't have any more red sources, but
yeah, still a nice top deck.
Yeah,
great. They're super low on cards. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean now it's just can I beat Gigantha, which the answer might be no, but it might be.
Yeah, the answer is probably yes though.
Thoughtseize?
The Thoughtseize. Okay.
Well, that doesn't matter at all. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
that's actually I'm much more scared of them going for the Gigantha there than and like untapping and just jamming a 5/5 that I don't have an answer to.
Right. Yeah, this is looking extremely winnable. I just play Kumano and draw a card, and then Duelist next turn.
Wait, no, I feel like I do Cage because then next turn I can do Duelist, draw a card, and on their turn.
Yeah, actually that's better. Yeah, you're right. That's better.
Ooh, and Wandering Emperor.
Oh yeah.
I get to play that.
That's a great one.
Game winning if I ever get to play it. Because like they might be enticed, like they either pick up Gigantha here, or maybe hit me with Den. Yeah, okay, now see I feel great now.
Yep.
Now I'm feeling like I can beat Gigantha, whereas last turn I felt like maybe I couldn't.
That's fair. Yeah, no, playing the Cage is definitely better than Crack and Clue there. Yep. Now you just get to draw another card on their turn.
Yeah,
their upkeep.
Do it.
Yep.
Amazing sequence. Wow.
Yeah.
Why am I on only 2 Duelists? Okay, yeah, I need it.
Dude, yeah, Duelist is great. Duelist is so good.
Absolutely needs to be a 3 of. Get another body. I forgot I got that. Okay. Let's jam another Cage. See what we see. I think I just take a Get Lost.
Yeah, I'd probably just take a Get Lost there. Yep.
Now I think I just go.
I'd probably start by drawing a card.
Oh yeah, I should have done that first. You're right.
Or well, yeah, attack.
I should have attacked and given them the chance to like do a bad block. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they probably wouldn't.
Right.
But whatever. Okay.
They need like double crazy pump spell on Gigantha, and I'll just if they attack with it, I'll just block it. Or they need fatal push plus pump spell or something.
Right.
Fatal push. I mean, if they attack, I'll call the bluff immediately and just block because we'll get to like draw a card off of it. Likely trade.
Seems like they're super dead here.
I think they're getting through this abyss here. Now I get to play the Skyclave and it's game. Because now we have the cages open.
Yeah, this is actually just game. If they don't have something crazy here, I don't know what they could have even. Yep. Wow, 4-0.
Man.
Damn. All right, I'm feeling better about this deck. After my 4-1 today, and now this, I'm like, man.
Yeah, it feels really good. feels really good.
Yeah,
I think like
this is
initial
pretty
conclusions, as per usual, very hard to draw conclusions about one ofs, but this one of felt like it can do a thing a one of should be able to do, which is just like totally win you games on its own in the right state, like game state. And
Yeah.
FOMO
Yeah,
definitely.
we've only seen that one time, but
Yeah.
it did look very good the one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've drawn enough Dusk Legion Duelists to know I definitely would want this to be 3 and FOMO to maybe be 2. But FOMO seemed really strong too.
Yeah, I'm undecided about FOMO right now.
I don't know. Nahiri feels like I don't.
I mean,
really know what's going
I
on.
definitely like FOMO. I just don't know if it's better than Inti Duelist.
Right. Like you could. I feel like this is a core of 2 drops that it's just this way you never get mega. I mean, not never, but you theoretically get a void as frequent of like flooding on one of the 2 drops when it's not high impact.
That's true.
It sort of gives you the like more likely drawing one of each type scenario than like having 4 Inti, 4 Dusk Legion Duelists and maybe just being like drawing 3 Inti or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But that's sort of like a deck building preference. I like the way I deck build is definitely like splitting the difference often and kind of like doing this type, as of in my Selesnya Death and Taxes, I have a lot of like 3 Parting Gust, 3 Aspirant, 3 Virtue of Loyalty, like.
Right. No, yeah, and I'm totally with that mentality. And I also think that the 2 Overlords that I was playing is probably too much.
Kind of like it as a one of, honestly, yeah.
I mean, I was playing the deck to a lot of success with only having 4 Emiria's Calls as the big payoff, because Cage is just fine. Even if you're just hitting like a Fable or an Emperor removal spell,
right.
it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, maybe the 2 Overlords is a bit overkill.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like, it's not like the 4 mana spell is like that great. I mean, it's like definitely passable when you draw it, but I think I kind of like.
Yeah, it's good in
nice
some
to have
situations.
Cheatable thing out, and I think one thing that's cool about Overlord is like it just so like in the games that are super grindy, which is where it will shine as its own standalone card, and like combos with the fate. Like we had that game before where it's like, okay, this opponent's just gonna lose to Fable plus Overlord. Like if they.
Right.
Am I in the play? Okay, they play first and they keep 7, and I can't keep this, so. Bummer of a start. Oof, man.
Oof.
I think I keep this though. I don't know, because I still have turn 1 into turn 2.
Yeah, I feel like you have to keep this. It's not
I hope I draw a red-white land turn 1, because if I do, it's amazing.
Right. Yeah, if you draw a red land, it's amazing. Yeah, I feel like you have to keep this on the draw on 6.
Yeah, on 6. Like 5 feels rough. Okay, red.
Looks like Phoenix.
What I wanted to see.
Yeah, Overlord, not the ideal draw there.
I'm already man. Yeah.
Pretty much worst possible.
This is probably the shakiest hand I've kept of all these games. Definitely been drawing pretty good hands in this league, which is nice. Okay, well that's something.
There's okay.
I mean, I think I want to play Kumano.
I like Kumano here. I definitely wouldn't just run out the Duelist.
Yeah,
I mean,
just to like have it die.
Yeah.
I think this hand needs some help. I think I'm gonna try to see if that gives me that help. The other thing I could do is like play this with a counter on it from Kumano, attack, and then I immediately get a second counter and get 2 gnomes attacking. Oh, they just hit 2 phoenixes with that.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
This one might be over before it starts.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, if they tap out, then okay, they are tapping out.
That does just get to like clean block one of the gnomes though, which kind of sucks. Oh, they have a triple phoenix. I don't think I'm winning this one.
Oh my god. Why? Well, okay.
I mean, I kind of feel like maybe I am still just playing this. It just gives a little bit less away about what my deck's doing, and like theoretically, if their hand is somehow 5 lands, this is probably like the actual better play to win me the game faster and not let them get out of like a screwed up hand.
Yeah, they just get to clean block your inspector.
Yeah, but I get 2 gnomes. I mean, they take 2, and I keep 2 gnomes, and I now have a 3/4 that doesn't die to, like, they need, they need lightning
That's true.
now.
Yeah.
I think this is better than just playing duelist, drawing a card, and having no other play. Being like, all right.
Oh yeah, it gets bigger when you attack too. Okay, I still apparently don't understand how this card works. So,
anytime you attack with 1 or more non-gnomes, so you can't only be attacking with the gnome tokens. Then you put a counter on it, and then you make X attacking gnomes, where X is the number of counters on it.
So you attack first, it gets a counter, and then you make gnomes.
Yeah, then you make gnomes for the number of counters. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So if they just
number of counters, not its power.
Correct, which part's kind of confusing. That's not, I feel like, how those
yeah.
cards
Okay, that's where I was getting tripped up. I was thinking, okay, we're making 2 gnomes because it's coming in with a counter, and it's making 2 gnomes because it's 2 power. But no, we attack, get another counter, make 2 gnomes.
Oh, geez,
got it.
Okay, just bouncing it. Well, that punishes it pretty hard there.
Yeah, that is pretty annoying.
They discard a treasure cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So they certainly have a 3rd spell here, right?
No, they didn't. Maybe they're on just a bunch of
treasure
cruises.
Wow. What?
Ugh, jeez, this is ugly.
That's crazy. They didn't have a 3rd spell there. Okay, so what even is the move here?
Dude, I don't know.
Oh man.
None of it's good.
None
I
of
seriously
it
couldn't
good.
have drawn the 4th land to just play 2 2/1s that trade with Phoenixes and
No, I know. Overlord is actually a really good solution to Phoenix, but yeah, I almost feel like cracking Clue is maybe the plan here because.
And do I leave up the red or the white mana?
Probably the red.
For FOMO?
For Torch or for FOMO?
Oh, for Torch, yeah, if I judge. Dude, this hand sucks. This is by far the worst hand that I've kept and actually played with in this league.
Yeah, definitely very awkward.
Alright, kill me, opponent. Do it.
Right.
Do it.
Do it! Okay, artist talent. That's not... That doesn't count for Phoenix. Okay. There's 1. Can they chain 3 1-mana spells? Probably. Because they probably
have Cruise. I think they were probably sitting on Cruise.
They definitely have another Cruise.
I think that's probably what they were sitting on. And that was why it was so awkward to have the 3 Phoenixes, because they could have cruised for 1 mana, but by exiling 3 Phoenixes. Now they get to leave them all.
Yep. That makes sense. And now they just go and land another cantrip, and we're dead. Or a removal spell. Yeah.
Lightning Axe and discard the 4th Phoenix. There it is. Alright.
Actually the 4th Phoenix. Wow. Okay. Alright. Well, our opponent had the actual Phoenix Nut draw.
Yeah, and we had like the worst draw.
And we had the worst possible draw, yeah.
You do a couple cages.
Definitely a couple cages.
Then we ended up cutting Giant Killer, right?
Yeah, I like cutting Giant Killer here. Nahiri seems
I cut like 1 Inti or something. I kind of like Nahiri because it hits the enchantments, dude. I think it's good.
That's true. It does hit the enchantments.
I might have cut the Overlord. Did I cut the Overlord last time? Now I'm questioning.
Oh, I would not cut the.
I was gonna say I must not have done.
I think the Overlord is actually good on just 4 mana here. Wait, so what do we have left to cut? We have 1 more card?
Yeah. I think it's between like an Inti, a FOMO.
Or even an Inspector.
Yeah. Maybe just the Inspector's like a little bit lower impact, and we still have enough other 1-drops.
Yeah, and we took out a couple cages, which kind of lessens the Inspector's usefulness too. Man, what are these hands? Come on, 24 lands, by the way.
Not giving me anything right now. I mean, I'm keeping this, but it's really exciting.
Gotta keep it, but definitely unexciting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think the 20 lands plus 4 Amiria's Call is totally acceptable for this deck.
Yeah, I think it is too.
It's just like sometimes you'll draw too many or too few.
Yeah.
That's just Magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we've been running pretty hot this league. I don't think it's that disappointing to have a game and a couple games in a row, even that like where it's not running hot. Like that's just, it's Magic.
Right.
Pretty hard to just run hot for a whole league straight.
Right.
Damn. Let's see if I can find that in a Hiri maybe.
Okay, well, we at least get to slam a Fable here.
They shouldn't find as many Phoenixes because they found all 4 in the top 20 cards of their deck last time, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, well, okay, they already discarded 1. Okay, here comes the second one. Nope, okay. Only one.
Put Slate of Hand in their graveyard. Eating the Goblin token.
Wow, they killed that over the Fear of Missing Out. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I guess they just care about me having more mana, which I can't say is totally wrong. I mean, so they get 1 Phoenix. Yeah, it's kind of a pain. Are they gonna race me or are they just gonna sit? I would guess they're just gonna sit. Oh, they're gonna race.
They're gonna race. Wow, okay.
Man, it does feel terrible. Where are the Dramoka's commands? It feels rough having so
Okay,
few
wait.
answers.
Can we get Delirium here? We can, I think. Well,
Wait,
not
no,
guaranteed.
Yeah, we can't get Delirium.
Not guaranteed, but we could. I think you discard Amiria's Call and Cage here.
Okay, that's big.
Ooh, that's big.
So I probably just do Ganjo, Inti.
Oh, wait. Before you play Ganjo, I think you Inti first.
Oh, yeah.
And discard the Inspiring Vantage.
And try to hit a land?
Yeah, and just see what you hit. I think that's worth it, because it puts a 4th point of toughness on Fear of Missing Out too, which saves it at least from Fiery Impulse. I think that's worth it. I don't think that Inspiring Vantage is worth more.
Well, I think the calculus I'm doing isn't necessarily is the Inspiring Vantage worth it. It's more, is it worth it to keep it like a kind of dead card in hand for next turn to try again? Because like, what if I just hit like Torch? Then I'm like, oh, I kind of want a Torch, but I also really want a High Noon.
Yeah, that's true.
Like hitting a land is best case, but I kind of just want both these out, and then they have to pick between killing Inti or killing Fear of Missing Out if they just have like 1 removal. And then I still also get this transform next turn.
So the alternative is to just play Inti and High Noon, no discard?
Yeah, and then have Inspiring Vantage to discard next turn if they don't kill the Inti.
Yeah, but like, it's pretty likely they'll kill it, right?
Basically, this is a question of how likely do I think it is that I just hit a land, because that's exactly what I want to hit here, right? Like, I don't want to hit any other good spell because I already want to play High Noon.
That's
I guess
true.
Theoretically, I could hit Rest in Peace, and I'd probably rather play Rest in Peace than High Noon here, because that's like, I want both of them out, but Rest in Peace is the one that like.
Yeah, you could hit like, you could hit. It's basically, do you hit Rest in Peace
or a second High Noon
land or another High Noon? Any of those you'd rather play. Otherwise, it's probably a wasted. It's just a counter. It's just a cashing in Vantage for a counter. Oh man, this is tough.
And like, if they kill the Inti, then I have Fear of Missing Out with Fable, which is a pretty nice little loop to like deal damage to.
That's true.
I don't know. I definitely see both sides, and I think either one could be right. And I think I'm just gonna go with the slightly safer line and just do the Inti then High Noon.
That's fair. That's fair.
But we'll see if it punishes me. I definitely could see it. I think.
I think I would have taken the gambling line, but well, yeah.
It's very close.
I guess this is just gambling in a different way, right?
Yeah, I mean, either way. Yours is just a more I guess, aggressive, is what you'd say.
Right, more aggressive, yeah.
Mine is more passive, but like, just kind of hoping that they do something else on this turn instead of like, they pretty much have to just sorcery speed kill Inti here for this to then be dead, and then, you know, if I draw a Wandering Emperor, I'm like, glad I didn't do the looting or whatever, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if it's Wandering Emperor, yeah.
I mean, there's lots of cards that I'm happy if it... Are they just treasure cruising here? Sorcery, speed, okay. Just as their one spell. Fair enough. Okay, so they've already went through a Brazen Borrower, so one bounce spell's gone, but they could find, you know, another, obviously. Oh, they had Fable too, that's weird.
Oh, Fable, okay.
So they're just sitting on infinite cards, so Fiery Impulse plus...
Yeah, so they certainly have a
Lightning
spell.
Axe is like insanely likely. It's just so incredibly unlikely that they don't have a removal. But they have to pick between which of three things to kill: Inti, Fear of Missing Out, or the flipped Fable.
Right,
which
right.
is a pretty tough decision.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Brutal. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, there it is. The stack went way up there for some reason. I'm definitely now. Did you please let me go to combat? Damn.
Nope.
Yep. 'Twas the bad outcome. Oh, and it exiles it too. Jeez.
Oh yeah, that's actually annoying. I didn't even think about that. I don't usually care about my graveyard at all in this deck, but
now with the
yeah, with fear,
yeah, it's like a small amount caring.
Right.
Well, it would have been good to do the other line. Would have just.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have just milled the land and.
Yeah, you just never know.
Dealt them 2 more damage. That's what it would have been, pretty much.
We're still not looking that bad here.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's definitely.
It's very much neck and neck.
It's a top deck war. I mean, in a weird way where they have way more cards than me, but like they can only play 1 per turn, so it's just a top deck war. And I have 5 damage on a stick, which is very relevant.
Right, right.
Anger of the Gods is what they take. Interesting with an Arclight Phoenix on the battlefield.
Yeah.
They're racing.
Okay, so we know they have an anger. Huh.
Oh my gosh, come on, dude. I draw no lands last game, and now I just draw infinite in a row after looting essentially 2 away.
Well, we had to have
just
one awkward game after a very good league.
Yeah.
I guess, I feel like you just have to animate the den and just let them kill one thing here. I don't know. Is there a better solution than that?
I feel like just attacking with FOMO and making a copy of it at their... they're probably going to throw a removal spell at something. If I animate Den, it makes it the easy pick.
Yeah, maybe holding up the rummage is better. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe that's better, considering our hand.
Like finding Torch or Wandering Emperor is so big game.
Right.
I think. It's feeling unlikely for this to go anywhere, but.
Yeah, we've just drawn too many lands.
Yeah. The race is still neck and neck. They only need to go down to 5 life and have me have 5 mana up.
Right.
I assume. Okay, they're not killing a thing. That's pretty big for me, honestly. Because if they untap and anger the gods, that doesn't really get them anywhere.
No, it really doesn't.
It just, they can put me to 6 and then anger the gods. And I get to rummage and untap and attack with Den, and then I still have the High Noon out. I guess they're kind of on bounce spell or bust at that point to just try to bounce spell, and then get Phoenixes and kill me.
And they have no Phoenixes in the yard currently. Fable. Okay. Huh.
Okay, so I get to end step. If I find an instant that lets me have delirium, that's definitely game.
Yeah, then you get to go crazy.
Yeah. I get 2 looks now. Not very good.
But
Come
that is your 4th type.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If you're able to discard it. The question is, I mean, they almost certainly have a removal spell, right?
It seems like it. I mean, anything gets it.
Is it worth like copying the token?
So many lands. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, it's really awkward. I don't know. Is it worth trying to copy the token here and just seeing if they don't kill it? Like, it might be worth it. You're at 6.
Just make them have it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, just make them have it, and like, even if they kill it, it's just a token that's gonna die anyways.
But then if they untap and just kill this, I guess I can still block with my den, but that feels awful.
Well, you're not just dead, right? You're at 6.
Oh, true. That would bring me to 1. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I think that's the best play you have at this point, even though it doesn't feel good at all. Yeah, I totally acknowledge it doesn't feel good, but I feel like that's the play I would make. See if they kill it.
Can't believe I drew so many lands, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just so many spells that are amazing at that like juncture of the game. Yeah, okay. It's just like so brutal.
Right. Ugh. Yeah, of course they kill it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well. Huh.
I don't know.
Playing the Kamano. Yeah.
Just kill me, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like I might as well have my mana available to me, and I can't believe I couldn't get like this game just seemed like I had delirium in the bag, and that like in all these, this game is just so different if I get delirium, and just that one removal spell being the torch when it was on the
right on the NT,
yeah. Up, and then like the fact that like I did get a rummage and I had double land with the rummage, like it couldn't be any creature or just brutal. Discard Brotherhood's End and Artist Talent. Oh, they discarded their anger at some point.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Man. Well, I had the high noon, but I don't know if it's going to be quite enough to get me there. So insanely close, but...
Yeah, it usually is, but...
Yeah. I just needed, like, one relevant card out of the, like, top
yeah, it's just been a really bad sequence of draws.
Still a fun game, though. Had definitely some interesting decisions to make, and that's when it's most fun, is when you try to think through those crazy lines.
Right.
The inty turn, that turn. I mean, I guess I should have just waited and, like, then make their removal, like, I don't know. I can't really say. I guess I should have waited. Oof, okay. Another removal, of course.
Yep.
Infinite removal, and I have infinite lands. That's what casting one treasure cruise will do. That's why I think Rest in Peace is, like, arguably better.
They leave back the Goblin
Maybe just have lethal with that. I feel like they're just
that's
risking
true.
it.
Another land. Sure, why not? Yeah, so that's just game, right?
I can block with Cave, but I'm guessing they'll have the millionth removal
True.
spell.
True.
Could have even played Amaria's Call there, but
yeah, right.
That would be too good to draw that level of spell.
Yeah.
Dang, I feel like
it's surprising how many times I hardcasted Amaria's Call, and it's good.
That's all I have.
Yep. Do you have it? I'm sure you probably have it.
I had every removal spell at every crucial juncture of this whole game, so classic Phoenix, like that's where you can just lose to them, sculpt it. Like I lost to one Phoenix. It feels really bad just to have like one other relevant card.
Still a 4-1. That was a very solid
is just huge.
Ugh. Very solid league. Yeah. Bad one to end on, but
ending on the bad vibes, but it was fun.
Very good vibes overall.
Yeah, very good vibes overall.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool additions to this deck. I'm definitely interested in the Nimpa Call. I'm definitely interested in the Fear of Missing Out. I don't know. I feel like we didn't see like Fear of Missing Out go crazy at any point.
There was like the one game where it basically just made the turn do like.
Oh, that's true. There was one game where
it or whatever, and
where it got to like untap the den. Yeah, that was really.
It definitely ended up being a little harder to get Delirium than I kind of thought it would be, just having like 3 Inti. Well, and at the time 3 FOMO, 4 Fable. Plus expecting creatures to die, plus playing instants and artifacts. But I think that last game was like, I was so likely to get Delirium with like, I pretty much had to have like, I think I had like 4, my top deck was like 4 lands out of the top 5 cards at the end there, I think, basically. I feel like if it was like Wandering Emperor, Nahiri, Amaria's Call, Skyclip, like any other cards I'm looking at
there
right
was
now,
so many good. There was so many good.
It's a way different game with the Fable out. Like even if it's an Inspector, it's like, well, now I have an Inspector and FOMO I can like duplicate and.
Right.
So, yeah, FOMO felt good.
Yeah.
I feel like FOMO's probably like not a 4 in this deck most likely, but like I feel like a couple copies. The power level is definitely there. Like I feel like we were.
Oh yeah, a couple.
That last game could have been a FOMO winning me the game kind of game if I just drew a little differently down the stretch. I think.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, and gotta have at least the third duelist. That card I've definitely overperformed. Had a couple games towards the end where like it ended up with just like 1 counter on it and wasn't as amazing, but like had a lot of games where it was like just drawing me 1 card per turn and becoming like a 5/5 and a 6/6.
It's like it's a Elvish Visionary, but comes in as a 2/2 vigilance, and sometimes just draws you like 3 or 4 cards.
Right,
so it's like, yeah, I'm very high on that card for sure. I think there needs to be at least 3 in this deck. But I like your takes. I appreciate your input on the deck, and
feels really good. Definitely feel like if you take this, you're set up to potentially make a run at it.
Yeah, I think going down an Overlord makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
I think 2 is probably too much. There's too many games where drawing it actually in your hand is not actually that good.
Mm-hmm. We actually had a game where it would have been amazing if it didn't have the 4th land against Phoenix that first game.
That's true.
But yeah,
against I do like it against Phoenix. I do. I mean, even just playing it for 4 against Phoenix is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels really bad against like aggro decks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you haven't already stabilized. But
thanks for joining me again. Super fun. I will.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Call it night on the stream here. Let me hop over and end. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. Real fun time. Again, playing Strangledangle's original deck here. I want to make sure I call out who originally designed the deck. It was not me. See you next time.